Hey guys, it's your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel. Oleksandr Usyk stopped Chazz Witherspoon in 7 rounds. It was a pretty dominant performance over a guy who probably didn't really belong in the ring with Usyk. But after the fight, you told me that you hate Usyk, and I want to know why.
That's not what I said.
Basically, I'm paraphrasing.
No, I just said, first of all, I do want to say, good job to Chazz Witherspoon taking a fight on 5 days' notice and putting himself out there. Like, he tried, came up short. Yeah, so I just think that he deserves some praise for what he's done in his career because that's what he does.
But get to the point. Why are you an anti-Usyk bigot?
I also love Usyk. Like Kelsey, I love Usyk too. All that I'm saying is that I still need to see some more of Usyk in the heavyweight division before I'm all like, yeah, give him some time and he's just going to tear through this division. I felt like the commentators on his fight were pretty high on Usyk. And how amazing he's going to be and like all this stuff. And I just wasn't sure because here's what I saw one of two things happen against Chazz. Either Usyk is so dominant and amazing that he decided he wanted rounds, and so he was going to get rounds, and that meant letting the fight go longer than what it needed to. Sure, was there a point in the fight where he could have like knocked him out? Instead, he took 2 steps back and let him come out of the corner. Yes, that happened. The other thing is that I felt like I saw Usyk get tagged a couple times, and getting tagged by a heavyweight is different than getting tagged by a light heavyweight, especially when I consider who some of the top heavyweights are. And so I am wondering if Usyk's tremendous boxing skill can outweigh just the like power and size of like his heavyweight opponents that he might face.
Yeah, I'm really interested in Usyk as a heavyweight precisely because from a technical skill standpoint, he's probably at the top of the division. I would argue that he is more technically skilled than even Tyson Fury. The problem that Usyk will face is that, for example, if he fights Deontay Wilder, WBC champion, is that he'll have to fight perfectly. The way that Tyson Fury basically had to fight perfectly to get through the fight with Wilder, and Fury still got caught and put on the ground twice. So, anytime a fighter has to fight perfectly to win the fight, that's a hard ask. And on top of that, Tyson Fury, 6'9", he's really big. Oleksandr Usyk is not that big, right? He's 6'3", 215 pounds. Now, is he that much more skilled that he could do it? Maybe. There's a idea out there that Usyk is somehow going to be Evander Holyfield, another great cruiserweight who was undisputed at the weight, moved up and became one of the best heavyweight champions ever. But they're really different fighters. Oleksandr Usyk is more patient. He's more of a skilled savant, if you will. He's a southpaw. Evander Holyfield, his physicality, his ability to counterpunch, he relied on counterpunching greatly. And while Usyk is a good counterpuncher, it's not quite a one-to-one relationship. I don't think it's the same thing. I wonder how Usyk will fare. You're right, Usyk got tagged a little bit, but I would argue that he never got hit clean. And for most of I've seen him as a cruiserweight fight, he would get hit. He wouldn't get hit clean. His head wouldn't snap back with his arms down here. He never got hit like that.
And you're saying that's due to Usyk's skill.
Yeah.
Usyk's not getting hit clean, not because his opponent was Chazz Witherspoon, but because he didn't allow himself to get hit
he knows just how he knows how to use his boxing for him to land very clean punches. When he's landing to the body, the guy's fists are up here and he's punching down here. And you saw the guy's head snap back a lot. That's really, really clean punching. That's the punching that counts most of the time. The problem for Usyk as a heavyweight is Deontay Wilder does not have to hit you clean to hurt you and knock you out. And so the idea of that fight, which I think legitimately should be 2 or 3 fights from now for Usyk at least, I think that
he
can't wait forever.
I know. I'm just like, to me in my head, like, yeah, okay, so Usyk is coming up to the heavyweight division. I'm like, okay, definitely see you against Andy Ruiz.
Definitely see him against Anthony Joshua.
Yeah. Tyson Fury's height. So this is when it's almost like you have 2 classes of heavyweights, right? Like you have heavyweights that are like I want just a little smaller. And then you have these freaks of nature that are like Wilder, Tyson Fury. You could sometimes stick Joshua in there because he's really tall and really big. But like the skill of Fury and the power of Wilder, and particularly Wilder, I almost take him out and like put him over here because that's really hard for me to see Usyk against him. Like, really hard.
I think that against Fury, if Fury comes in at his very best, when he's at his best, he's a great boxer, and he's got such a long reach. He's so big. That's an interesting fight. But at the same time, in his last fight, I saw Fury kind of get outboxed in some rounds by Otto Valine. So I'm like, well, can Usyk outbox him? Against Wilder, Usyk would outbox Wilder's ears off, except that Wilder knows what he is, which is a great athlete with great power. The boxing that he uses is skill, and it's great. He knows how to use a jab, and he's trying to land a big punch. He's great at it, and he's betting over 12 rounds he's going to land, and he always does. And so he is a super tough out for anybody, because how perfect can you be for 36 minutes? Go hit a heavy bag for 3 minutes and see how tired you are. And then imagine somebody's trying to hit you back. That's a hard thing to do. So I don't know if he could beat Wilder.
Has Wilder fought anybody that's similar to Usyk in like skill or size, or can you think of anybody?
The two closest people that he's fought in terms of skill would be Luis Ortiz, who's a Cuban slugger southpaw like Usyk. He's a southpaw. It's a little different style, but it is really, really good boxing. And then Tyson Fury, obviously a really, really good boxer.
But Tyson Fury is bigger than Usyk.
Yeah. There's nobody like, if there was somebody like Usyk, if there was somebody like that, he would probably be heavyweight champion, or at least have fought for it by now.
I know, I'm just in my head, like, it's really hard for me to see it. So I'm just trying in my head to see it.
Oleksandr Usyk is great. He might be great enough to beat all those guys. It's very possible.
I'm very excited.
We shouldn't crown him king of the heavyweight division off of one performance against Chazz Witherspoon. I still would like to see him against one or two or three top 10 heavyweight fighters to see, can he really be a heavyweight? Now he'll get, usually when Evander Holyfield moves up, like, he changes over time. He gets better, right? He gets better in the new division.
And then there's all kinds of guys in the heavyweight division
to put on muscle and all that good stuff.
For Usyk to fight. You know what I mean?
The heavyweight division right now is stacked full of people. There's all these great
outside of that, the top 3, 4.
And I would,
you want to say?
Yeah. The top 2.5, maybe. The top 2 heavyweights to me, are Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. I love what Andy Ruiz did. If he beats the brakes off of Joshua again, I'll put him in the top 3. But right now, it looks more like an aberration to me.
I'm saying if you even take those top 4, there's plenty of heavyweights, I think, for Usyk to fight.
It's a deep
and to
division.
Get comfortable in the division and show Rachel what you're going to do about heavyweight.
Derek Chisora fights David Price in a pretty good scrap that's coming. I'd love to see
What about Chris Arreola?
Yeah, or put him in there with Chris. There's all these good fighters out there for him to fight. Now let's get him the fights. Let's watch him fight, and let's avoid saying that he's going to take over the division until he actually does it. That's a hard ask. If he doesn't do it, he still should be given credit for being one of arguably the greatest cruiserweights of all time and taking the chance to try. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He's taking the chance to try, and we should rally behind any fighter that's willing to do that. Is a great thing.
Yes.
You know what else is a great thing?
When people like, comment, and subscribe.
That's right. When people like, comment, and subscribe, they're taking a chance in their life. They're daring to be the greatest them that they can be. We appreciate you watching our show. Thanks for commenting, and subscribing. Keep coming back for more. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel, and this is Real Talk.